Good morning. I'm at my 6 o'clock feeding time, and may the tailor who didn't even like a toaster on the counter because of clutter rest in peace forever.
Please allow me to formally introduce you to my son. I'm so sorry this took so long. I honestly wasn't planning for it to be like this at all. It took a lot longer than expected for us to decide on his Chinese name, which I'll explain more on later. But we wanted to finalize both names before we announced it, and then things were just busy and I didn't have time to sit down and film this because I wanted to explain why we chose what we chose. So his English name is Levi. The name means joined together. Our two corners of the earth, me being from Canada, Tom being from Hong Kong, joined together, and he's going to be brought up with a harmony of different cultures and traditions and languages. I think it has a very rugged, strong, woodsy country feeling to it, which ties in nicely to my Canadian roots, but then it also feels very young and energetic. There's the character Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan, the Japanese manga series, who's the leader of the soldiers. So he's this very strong character.
They're listening.
Who's listening?
YouTube is listening.
But it's not like we go around yelling his name. It's a sign from him.
Simple.
4 letters, short, which is what we really wanted. I really like gender neutral names. It doesn't have to be, but I like them. Like short ones, 4 letters, maybe 1 to 2 syllables.
Easy to remember and pronounce.
Yeah, for Cantonese speakers as well as English speakers, it's easy to pronounce. Now for his Chinese name, parents here can do one of 2 things. They can choose a name they really like, or they can go for an auspicious name. For the auspicious name, you could choose to consult a fortune teller or a feng shui master that specializes in names. And what they're gonna do is take the baby's date and time of birth to find their most lucky name or balanced name, taking into consideration the Chinese element. We decided to consult 2 fortune tellers. One got back to us after 3 days, one took about a week to get back to us, and
no, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. So that's why it took longer than we thought. And then both of them said the same thing. What did
they said? Define this gold in his name.
We took their advice for the gold aspect and came up with a name that we like, and it is
Seng Feng. First of all, it both belong to gold, and the pronunciation of the 2 words combined is like riding on the wind. I hope his life is like very smooth. There is a saying in Chinese saying like Seng Feng Po Long. It's like you have a wind supporting you and you can break all the difficulties in front of you. So Seng Feng, this pronunciation is quite meaningful. Yep. Seng doesn't mean anything special, but in general it's meaning supporting, helping.
like helping people.
Yeah, and Feng is like, it means the tip of the knife. Also the leader of an army.
So there's another strong soldier element to it. Again, a
Typically
warrior.
it's like a leader character. Yeah.
So with his name, we hope he has a smooth life, that he helps people, and he is a strong little warrior. Yeah?
Yep.
And life lately, as you may know if you're following me on Instagram, I tried Chinese style confinement for the past 30 days. I am working on a video for that covering everything or as much as I can, but I have hours and hours and hours of footage and like research to do, so that's gonna take me a really long time to get out. So I'm putting this video out first, which is coming after confinement. I am not in confinement anymore, although we still have Carol helping us because we decided to hire her for 2 months. When you hire a pouillette or like a confinement nanny, you can do it for as long as you want. Some people do it for 1 month, some 2, some, I think Carol has clients that hired her for 6 months. It's really up to you and how long you want to do it. So we decided 2 months would be good. And the first month, it was focused on me healing my body. So there was just a lot to do for that. I'm not even gonna get into it, there's a lot. And then this month I feel great. I'm pretty much healed, or I feel healed anyways, and it's more like training what to do with the baby, especially in the future after she leaves, and just helping me and Tom feel more confident.
Because when you nervous, scared, the baby can feel. So he's scared also.
Okay. Should I try?
Go. Yeah.
Go, daddy, go. Elbows high and bounce pat walk. Shoulders down and elbows high and bounce pat walk.
Yes. I did it.
She's very knowledgeable. Carol has actually taken care of over 100 babies at this point and mothers. So she's seen a lot of things and she just has great recommendations. And I've had such a good time. I'm so grateful to have her in my life, especially since neither of our families are in Hong Kong. So it's been great help and a great learning experience. Doing this thing now where every morning we're incorporating some form of movement, like light aerobic exercises or stretching, and Carol is gonna choose a video we do one day and I choose the next day. Let's see what she's prepared for me this morning. Today's her day.
Very straight. I can walk very straight. Go.
Stay.
Stop.
We are about to take our first family walk with our stroller. We're heading to the peak today because it's a nice even walk that's relatively shaded. Are you ready, Pop? Right, let's pack the stroller. Look at this handsome boy. My goodness. Packing the bag. Baby shusher. Water. Yeah, that makes you so happy. Right now I'm doing a mixture of breastfeeding and pumping. Originally it was to get up my supply, and now it's so that other people can also feed him, especially through the night. So usually through the day I mostly or only breastfeed, but if I have to go somewhere like an appointment, then I will prepare. I don't have like an oversupply or anything where I have a lot packaged. I do have some in the fridge, but sometimes I will pump so that someone else can feed him or while I'm gone. Or also sometimes I pump extra on my slacker boob. I have one superstar that produces a ton of milk, and then I have one that produces barely any despite me putting the baby on there more or trying to pump more. So I'm still trying to pump more on that side to see if I can increase the supply over there, but it just seems like I don't have as many milk glands and it's just not working out, but I'm gonna keep trying. We're on the way to my 6-week body checkup, which I am a little bit nervous about because I haven't looked down there at all. I'm scared too. I tore a bit when I delivered my baby. I've had some stitches, and honestly everything about me has changed. Everything about my body looks different. My mind is different, and that's why I'm focusing on a B word, but it's not the bounce back word. I'm focusing on trying to remind myself in my brain on focusing on what I'm becoming. Today I'll also find out if I'm able to exercise. Recently, we started to incorporate a bit of movement in the morning, but I've been doing postpartum exercises that are okay to start after 1 month. Like, it's very light exercises, but I think after today, I'm able to take things up a notch and do more strength training and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to finally taking a hot bath. I haven't been able to since getting pregnant, and I haven't now because I'm a bit scared of if something's not healed and there's some bacteria or something in the water, it can go in. We're inside. I have to do a pap smear first and then an internal exam. I feel like this is like a whole body check to check my cervix, my uterus, everything. What things are looking like inside and outside. I think they might do my breasts too, everything. Okay. I'm wearing skims. Okay.
Yeah, good. Your uterus now is just 6 centimeters. Is that normal?
There's no little guy in there.
And this is the lining. That's perfect. Which means nothing stayed in your uterus.
Oh, good. Okay.
Good. Oh, you completed the
Yay. Okay, that was okay. Not as bad as I thought. I hate pap smears. I think anyone who has had one knows they're not the most comfortable. But yeah, got through it. That was quick. Everything is okay. And I guess the next time I come back here will be when we have baby number 2. Maybe we will conceive naturally, or maybe we will be back for IVF. I'm yet to find that out, but I will definitely be back here to work with Dr. Kong and the nurses once we do have a baby, because I loved her throughout my pregnancy and the delivery. Goodbye for now. Home. As we were leaving the clinic today, I was feeling so emotional because we were making our way to the elevator, and the staff and the nurses were all saying congratulations and waving goodbye, and it kind of felt like we were graduating, or we were finally getting off this crazy roller coaster ride that fertility treatments or IVF is after 4 years of going in and out of those clinic doors. Yeah, we've always described it as a roller coaster because you just hit the highest highs and the lowest lows, and it's you're on this crazy ride with so many twists and turns and so many unexpected things, and you never know when you're gonna get off, or if you will get off, or if you will be successful, or if you'll fall along the way. But we were one of the lucky ones. Our ride has come to an end and we have a baby in our arms. I'm healed. That was the last appointment. Okay, Rosie. Someone's at the door.
Yeah. Is this the big sister? Is she the big sister? Kapoots? Should we dance? Should we dance?
Where's the space? Where's the space? For dinner, I'm having 2 soups that help with breast milk. So this vegetable helps to create more breast milk, and there's some clams inside and some egg. And then this is the confinement must-have, the fish and papaya soup. It's like a milky white broth. I'm about to have my very first hot bath since getting pregnant. Make it extra hot. When you're pregnant, you're not supposed to have bath water that's over 100 degrees. So I use this baby thermometer to measure that. It will flash red if it goes over. I personally like really hot, scalding baths. Like, I like to be red. So my baths weren't that enjoyable. Now it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, baby is in bed. I'm gonna have this, then I'm gonna pump. Through the night I pump and then Carol feeds the baby. So I just pump and then I go back to sleep. I have 1 more week of this and then Carol's gone. So I'm gonna try and get as much rest as I can. So the plan is to bath, pump, and then sleep, and then I will wake up again at 2 a.m. to pump, and then I wake up again around 6:30 to breastfeed him and stay awake for the whole day. So I think that's gonna be it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next video with my whole Chinese confinement experience.